Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Sabbath to all the Sabbath keepers. Ladies and gentlemen, William Samoei Ruto is staring at being a first-time president. He might not make it for the second time. And his re-election in 2027 depends on two people, Raila-Rigathi Odinga and Rigathi Gachagua. And William Ruto knows that very well. And if you study his style of politics, you will realize that he is so much interested in the Western votes, the Nyanza and the West. He believes and he is praying so much that Raila gets the African Union Commission chairmanship, that seat, so that Raila can, hand over the support base to him. At the same time, he knows very well that he is slowly but surely losing the support of Mount Kenya electorate. But still, you can see him bringing people like Kimani Chungwa, like Kithure Kindiki. He is buying MCAs and members of parliament, then Njuri Chege and all that, to endorse Kithure Kindiki because he knows very well that Rigathi Gachagua is not a pushover. So William Ruto is trying to play in between. He does not want to lose completely the mountain votes because politics is dynamics. For Raila Odinga, he's going for the AU seat, but what if he doesn't get that seat? Raila is a politician, very ambitious. There are internal and external forces that can even compel him to contest for presidency in 2027. But one man, Rigathi Gachagua, understands very well that Ruto's presidential fate in 2027 also depends on him. And yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua conducted two events that really shocked William Ruto. Because William Ruto has decided to charge certain members of parliament to disrespect Rigathi Gachagua, thinking that Rigathi Gachagua would be vexed and resign or that he will tone down. But Rigathi has decided that even if he's going down, he's going to remain with Murima. And yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua stormed the Nairobi CBD and he met the businessmen who are being evacuated from Mudhurwa, because the county government wants them to go and trade in, there's a certain market that has been established in Kangundo Road, but they don't want to go there. And Rigathi Gachagua is standing with them, just like he stood with the Matatu owners who are about to be evacuated to Green Park. And Rigathi believes that majority of businessmen in Nairobi come from his area. And he rallied the support of those people and he told William Samoei Ruto that he was not appointed by William Ruto. He was elected by the people, and therefore anyone who wants to oster him must wait for 2027. Not only that, in an interview with Citizens Sam Gituko, Rigathi Gachagua said that it was William Ruto who told them that if Raila was elected as a president in this country, the country would not move forward. And therefore, they had an agreement that Raila would not be allowed in his government the same way he was in Kibaki's government, the same way they were with Uhuru in the handshake government. And he explained that the reason why he said he would set a trap in State House was because they had an agreement with William Ruto that Raila would not be allowed in this government. And Rigathi said that they apologized to Uhuru Kenyatta because Uhuru had warned them. And Uhuru had told them that Raila is good. And therefore now, they believe that Raila is good because two presidents have pronounced themselves about Raila. And he's saying that moving forward, they are going to have Raila as in their political process. And I want you to listen to these two, because I want to humbly submit to you that if William Ruto is not careful, Rigathi Gachagua is going to bring him down by uniting with Raila Odinga. Like I said, Ruto's political future depends on these two leaders. If they unite, Ruto kwisha. Kindly listen.
wananitisha mimi. Ati watasanya wabunge. Ati wanifukuze. Mimi niseme. Wananiuzia uoga. Wananiuzia uoga. Ati watasanya wabunge. Ati wanitoa kwa kiti. Ati waweke kibaraka wao. Mimi nilichaguliwa na Wakenya. Sikuchaguliwa na wajumbe. Nyinyi mnasanya wajumbe. Kuwapatia pesa. Kuwahonga. Ati wauzie Rigathi Gachagua uoga. Mimi niseme namna hii. Mimi niseme namna hii. Mimi Rigathi Gachagua nilichaguliwa na Wakenya. Na Wakenya ndio wataniondoa kwa kiti wakati ukifika. Si ndio? Kati huo Ruto. Kati huo. Na niseme hapa Nairobi tutajipanga. Tutajipanga. Hakuna siku ingine tutapeana kura bila mpango. Si ndio? Hapa Nairobi mimi nitamwambia vile tutakaa.
That if we allow Raila Odinga to become president, this country will not move forward. And as a result, we disagreed with President Uhuru Kenyatta and rejected Raila Odinga and gave our vote to President William Ruto. So when we came into office, it was my agreement with President William Ruto that we will not allow Raila into government. But along the way, my boss, President William Ruto, changed his mind. And he is a boss. And in this situation, Sam, we are not in a co-presidency. I'm just a principal assistant to the president. What he says is what carries the day. And I don't argue with him. And when I realized that he started having a relationship with Raila Odinga, I slowly gave way, because the boss is always right, you know. And that is why many people say, oh, Rigathi Gachagua, he had said he has put traps in State House so that Raila Odinga has not come. Yeah, that was my agreement with President William Ruto. But that is not my house. The minute I realize they are meeting, they are interacting, I'm also not a stupid person. And I don't have to be told, you know, in black and white. I relaxed and I stopped even attacking Raila Odinga. And I let the president have his way. So by the time he decided to bring him into government, I had already formed an opinion that the president wants to work with Raila Odinga, and I was quite happy with it. In any case, my brother and long-time confidant, President Uhuru Kenyatta, had told us that Raila is a good man. President William Ruto convinced us otherwise. And we abandoned our son Uhuru Kenyatta, and we decided to go with President William Ruto. Now President William Ruto has told us exactly what President Uhuru Kenyatta had said, that Raila is a good man, we can work with him. If two presidents says a man is good, who are you to argue with him? So we have said Raila Odinga is a good man, and let's work with him. Let's make him part of our political process, and let us build the country together. And I want to say, myself and my political base, the Mount Kenya region, have no problem whatsoever with Raila Odinga. In fact, what people are saying, and it's very interesting, they are saying a Mount Kenya king does not pronounce himself twice on a matter. Our son, President Uhuru Kenyatta, had pronounced himself on this matter. So that pronouncement carries the day. As we stand today, we and the mountain people are quite happy with Raila Odinga, and we don't have a problem with him whatsoever. And I can tell you, because it's important that I say so, myself and the mountain people feel very bad that we punished Uhuru Kenyatta, we demeaned him, we told him off, we embarrassed him for telling us that Raila Odinga is a good man, and we were very, very brutal with him, and we really hammered him. It has come to our knowledge that it was very unfair, because his crime was to tell us that Raila Odinga is a good man. And we decided Raila Odinga is a bad man, William Ruto is a good man.
Having listened to Rigathi Gachagua, you will conclude with me that Rigathi Gachagua has decided that he's not going to be intimidated. And he has decided that he is taking the battle to Ruto's doorstep because he does not care. He wants to remain with Murima. In this video, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you and I want to show you that William Ruto is worried and there is a possibility of Rigathi Gachagua and Raila Molo teaming together, because in politics you cannot rule out. What matters is interest and betrayal. In this sense, Rigathi feels he's been betrayed. And so if he has been betrayed, he's looking for someone who can help him bring William Ruto down. As we delve into this discussion, allow me to request you to subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time, and click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you whenever we release a video like this. Kindly give this video thumbs up. It helps the video circulate. And to all our subscribers, returning subscribers, and all our supporters, I want to thank you in a very, very special way. Ladies and gentlemen, is it possible for Rigathi Gachagua to team up with Raila Amolo Odinga? Yes, it is very possible. You know, Raila Amolo Odinga has got one advantage. Anytime you sit with him on a negotiating table, he will tell you he is a one-term president. Because of his age, Raila will tell you that I will go for one term, and then you will take over. And therefore, his age and the negotiating terms will allow Mount Kenya, will allow Rigathi Gachagua, will allow Uhuru Kenyatta to support Raila Amolo Odinga. And Raila will be very happy because, in fact, Rigathi Gachagua himself will be very happy. He can decide to sacrifice, because look at it this way. Even in 2027, under the Uhuru umbrella, Rigathi was not going to contest for presidency. As a president, he was going to be part of the presidency as a running mate, and that is what he's fighting for. So if he gets that same shadow and solace in Raila's umbrella, let's say they decide that, let's go with you, we are going to support you this time round, no one is going to rig your votes, because you've realized that Rigathi Gachagua is not Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta allowed William Ruto to traverse the whole of Mount Kenya. Rigathi Gachagua has decided that he's locking William Ruto out of the mountain. And so he will remain with that mountain support, and he will go with it to negotiate. So he will support Raila if he goes and he tells him, niachie kura ya Mount Kenya, nitailinda. And Rigathi will guard it. And then, you know, Rigathi will always, they know the loopholes, how the weaknesses that was there in NASA, Azimio, and CORD and all that. They will ensure that agents have been paid. You know, Rigathi enjoys, you know, a kind of intelligent report. And Rigathi knows very well what they did in 2022. So he will help Raila guard those votes. Raila will accept because he's a one-term president. That is the negotiating term. And Rigathi Gachagua knows very well that once Raila goes once, then he will take over. Just the same thing he is yearning for under Uhuru Kenyatta. Number two, if you look at the negotiating terms with William Ruto, if at all they are in an arrangement with Raila Amolo Odinga, he wants to go for a second term. And Raila, because of seniority, cannot deputize William Samoei Ruto. So what will happen is that he wants to convince Raila, if Raila does not get the AU seat, he wants Raila to retire, then Raila will maybe give him someone as a deputy president, because for Raila's support base to vote for you and Raila is not contesting, then you have to give them something big, and in this sense, they will demand for a deputy president. Compare that to someone, let's say they are sitting on a table. One is telling Raila, retire from politics, give me someone as a deputy. But Rigathi Gachagua comes and tells, you know, Raila, you go for the seat. This time we are giving you, and I'm deputizing you. Politics is about interest, and Raila will accept that. There are members of parliament in Nyanza who would wish that Raila contests again because they have nothing to offer. They always campaign under the umbrella of Raila. Without Raila, they are doomed. So when they realize that Raila is going to contest, they will welcome that as as fresh air. So he can go for it. Rigathi will tell him, come and contest for presidency. Ruto will tell him, retire, then give me someone. Whom will he go with? Raila is ambitious. He's a politician. He wants to be in that seat, even if it's for one term. He can accept that. Number 3 is the revenge mission that Raila, Uhuru Kenyatta, and Rigathi Gachagua has. Uhuru Kenyatta is very bitter. He's a bitter man. William Ruto frustrated him in their second term in office. William Ruto went and took all the Mount Kenya leaders, except for a few. William Ruto painted Mount Kenya yellow, and William Ruto humiliated Uhuru Kenyatta, an outgoing president, a kingpin, and he defeated, Uhuru's project. Uhuru had supported Raila with all the deep state and everything, and Ruto told them, huwezi niuzia uoga, nitawashinda na hiyo deep state. After that, they went for Uhuru's mother. Let me tell you, if you want to know the anger of any man, frustrate his mother. They went for Uhuru's mother. They went for Uhuru's businesses. They went for Uhuru's son. And Uhuru is a very bitter man because of that humiliation. And you want to have a situation where he picks the mountain and they revenge. Uhuru wants to prove to Raila that indeed I meant well when I supported you. Because people like Robert Alai, Babu Wino, have maintained that it was a long con, that Uhuru never meant well, because he had the deep state and all the instruments of power. And Uhuru would be very happy to reciprocate, to show the people and prove to them that indeed I wanted Raila to become president. And therefore, if Rigathi Gachagua goes to Uhuru, he has already declared that Uhuru is the ultimate undisputed Mount Kenya kingpin. In other words, he's now saying, tell us where you want us to go. If Uhuru tells him, let's go back to the man, let's go back to the old man, because he has nothing to lose, he's got everything to lose. If Ruto betrays him, let me tell you, Rigathi will accept this, and they will bring William Samoei Ruto down. William Samoei Ruto is now an unwanted man in Mount Kenya, because he cheated them. The very hustlers who are told, oh, bottom-up economy, I will appoint the border. This government is a government of the rich. They are disappointed. The projects that they were told about are no more. The hustler fund was supposed to be free. Now it is something that you have to pay with interest. So they know, and they are very, very mad about William Samoei Ruto. William Ruto told them that Raila Odinga is a bad man, and they used that as a smear campaign. Now he's the one who has brought Raila Odinga, and they are working together. They feel like Rigathi was saying, he feels very stupid that he was used to attack his brother. And the mountain can vote for Raila Odinga to avenge against William Samoei Ruto. And this time round, no one, I'm telling you, will go and play electoral mischief. And that's why I'm telling you that William Ruto is a worried man. For many years, people have painted Mount Kenya as people are politically selfish. Those are not my words. There was a time Rigathi Gachagua was saying that if there is one man who has benefited with Mount Kenya votes, it is William Samoei Ruto. Sorry. He says Kalonzo helped Kibaki in 2007. They have never reciprocated. He said Jaramogi Oginga Odinga was given a chance to form a government without Kenyatta. But he said they will never form a government before Kenyatta is released from jail. And he said we have never reciprocated that. Raila later came and said Kibaki tosha. We've not. And he was telling William Ruto, you just helped our son when he was about to go to, when you went to Hague. And the people of Mount Kenya supported you. And he was saying in a nutshell that they have never given back to Raila Odinga. This time round, they might want to turn that to be seen as a paradigm shift, so that when people they want history to judge them positively, that they can also support another person. Because if you ask Luos, let me tell you, this is now tribal politics, that we always play tribal politics. They will tell you that they don't understand why in 2022 the mountain did not vote for them, yet they thought this was the time the mountain would reciprocate what Raila did to them. So Mount Kenya might want to turn that historical fact that they usually don't vote for others. Rigathi said they talk at night. And so, ladies and gentlemen, with the numbers that Rigathi Gachagua is trying to collect and keep for himself, the numbers that Raila has, I can assure you that it is going to be very difficult for William Ruto. I know many people are saying that Gen Zs will have their own candidate. I still have a doubt. When Raila said that his people, he challenged his people not to go to the streets, he psychologically influenced them. Even the Gen Zs that support ODM stopped going to the streets. And you will realize, even Gachagua, who was speaking in that market, was talking to some of them young traders. And you will realize that even Gen Zs are playing tribal politics. We still vote our man. Gen Zs are also playing tribal politics, and mark my words, in 2027, people are still going to vote according to their tribes. I saw Rigathi Gachagua in Kayole. I saw him. He's